Have you ever tried to solve a difficult problem? A problem that's so large, you can't visualize it clearly or keep track of its many pieces? A good example might be scientists' mission to discover and document all life forms on Earth, and to reconstruct a history of life in time and space. Humans have been working on parts of this mission for thousands of years. We've made considerable progress, yet many life forms remain unknown. There's still much to discover and learn. Earth is approximately 4.5 billion years old and home to an estimated 8.7 million species. That's a lot of biological diversity to wrap one's head around, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Our diversity estimate doesn't include life forms known from the fossil record, including those that flourished in our ancient oceans, landscapes, and skies. How have scientists been able to catalog and communicate about this amazing diversity, past and present? And how can they possibly understand how so many organisms are related? Many thousands of new species are discovered each year. Biodiversity scientists, called taxonomists, use comparisons of traits, including physical appearance or behaviors, to understand how similar they are to known species. They give unique organisms names and use information from their comparisons to place or classify these organisms into groups of similar life forms. Throughout history, names and classifications have helped scientists communicate about life forms and to store, locate, retrieve, and study information about biodiversity efficiently. Traditional taxonomy is still used today to describe new species, but scientists have recently expanded their toolboxes to include computers and genetics, or DNA. They use these tools to reconstruct life's history and make decisions about names or classifications for organisms based on their shared ancestry. Scientists' current mission centers on building a comprehensive tree of life, a branching map similar to your family tree that shows a relationship among all organisms, from bacteria and protists to giant redwoods and blue whales. They use this map to explore how life on Earth evolved. But how do scientists keep track of so much information? As more species are discovered and added, their tree of life and dataset grows larger and more cumbersome, posing difficult challenges for those who want to explore these resources. Names and labels for life forms in the tree of life are needed so scientists can locate groups of interest, ask questions, and retrieve information. But our naming systems were invented centuries ago, long before computers or the tree of life existed. Computers don't easily understand traditional scientific names and what organisms they include in the tree without additional information or definitions. This is a problem. But scientists at the Florida Museum and their colleagues at Duke University have a solution.
We've generated tools for developing phyloreferences. These are the equivalent to map coordinates for the tree of life, which allow computers to recognize and locate specific groups of organisms based on what nodes and branches they include in the tree.
Phyloreferences help scientists navigate the tree of life and its many millions of nodes and branches. They also provide ways for scientists to combine and use different types of data, for example, geography, ecology, or species traits that aid discovery of important biological patterns.
Imagine what it's like when you perform a Google search for your favorite restaurant.
Your computer's browser returns a page with a map location, physical address, and contact information. It also shows you images and other layers of information such as business hours, menus, and customer reviews. This is similar to what we're doing with phyloreferences by defining named locations in the tree of life that correspond to specific life forms.
Phyloreferences not only enable scientists to navigate the tree of life and to zoom in and visualize specific parts of the tree that interest them, they also provide scientists with an ability to attach available information about life forms at their specific locations in the tree.
This is a workaround to a difficult problem. Phyloreferences enable scientists around the world to query the tree of life using computers and to retrieve and analyze information about biodiversity at increasingly larger scales. Ultimately, this enhances our ability to discover new biological patterns and to better understand how life on Earth evolved.